If you've ever wondered how to make a really visually, aesthetically pleasing, balanced logo, the golden ratio is one way to help you do that. Now, there's a lot of history behind the golden ratio, which I'm not going to go too much into today. In the simplest terms, it's a really easy way to make visually pleasing logos through geometric shapes. And if you want to learn more about it, just Google it. There's a ton of information about it out there. Today, I'm going to be using the golden ratio to try and create a logo of a bird. Before we hop into the computer, I just want to take a brief moment to introduce myself. Hello, my name is Kinsey. I'm the brand and web designer behind Kinsey Green Design. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're not, welcome back. So happy to have you here. Also would like to know, if you are a longtime subscriber, there's a change of scenery today because my Wi-Fi at my house has been out since yesterday morning, meaning I took an unexpected break from work, a full day break from work. Being someone that runs my entire business out of my house, when the Wi-Fi goes down, this pretty much causes a dent in all aspects of my business, from communicating with clients to even uploading YouTube videos, posting on social media, and actually getting work done. So my week has been a little crazy because of just the simple fact I haven't had Wi-Fi. Now let's go into the computer and start working on this logo. To the left there is the golden ratio, and I downloaded that from the internet because I didn't feel like making it myself. And I found this cute little bird image as my reference photo, and I have just started taking all of the circles, aligning them, and seeing how I can fit this together into the shape of a bird. When it comes to working with the golden ratio and geometric shapes, the Pathfinder is your best friend. And that's what I use to get this end result right here I'm working on now. And I'm just trying to refine all of the little teeny details and make sure all of the lines are connected, which is probably the most frustrating thing about working with the golden ratio. I actually get very frustrated when I'm just trying to use geometric shapes and not really freehanding anything. Now, years ago, I took a class from George Bokwa. I'm not even sure how to pronounce his last name still, but he's a really, really amazing, talented, famous logo designer who makes these really aesthetically pleasing designs. And in this class I took from him, he said that one of the key things to do is reduce the amount of anchor points. And that has stuck with me for the entirety of my design career, which is something I always try to do nearing the end of a concept to really refine it and make sure all of the lines are smooth. I've stated this in multiple other videos, but I always try to wait till the end or until I've got a pretty strong concept going to actually attempt to add color, because I want to ensure the base of the design can actually work as a standalone item without color. For this design in particular, I do feel like the way the tail kind of reaches out on the edge is a little odd. So to kind of compensate for that, I wanted to add some type of shape around the bird, and I knew a circle wouldn't work because it stuck out so far. So instead, I came up with this kind of rounded rectangle emblem shape as the background behind it, almost like it's in its little nest or home slash sanctuary, which makes perfect sense for this brand. I spent a lot of time picking out the fonts for this, as I do with any design, especially this one, because I didn't want to reuse the same sans serifs that I love. I like switching up the fonts and ensuring that the logos I create are unique with unique fonts and don't look like other ones I've done before. Lastly, I started playing around with creating this design in a few different ways, as well as adding imagery into it. And I think that this is always one of my favorite parts about the design process, because this is where you really get to see how these things work in the real world alongside imagery, and how they work with different colors and how everything actually comes together to kind of form a consistent feel. I also tested everything in a solid color and outlined it because I wanted to ensure, again, it was scalable and that it could work without color. That's always a must-have for anything I create and hand off to a client. And here's a final look at that design. It definitely wasn't exactly what I pictured it to be in my head, but it's pretty dang cute. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section if you've ever tried creating a logo with the golden ratio, and if not, are you going to? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.